You are live. Give me a better grab. Why does our store look so dark in the background? Give me something bright in there. Give me some beach, something beach. Hey guys, it's Tom from Liquidation Motivation, where I'm the owner of the world's largest resale shop, liquidation shop, which is called Resale America. This channel, Liquidation Motivation, is all about eBay, Amazon, pallet sales, truckload sales, bin store sales, liquidation, consignment stores, but most of all, Paul, building wealth, building wealth. And today is a great day in the crypto industry because it is going down, and then, so we are going to buy the dip. When you know something's going to be the future of money, you buy it anytime that it goes down. And yeah, we're running a little bit late today. This morning I had to go. I had somebody trying to sell me a bunch of storage units. And, you know, I can give a little bit of advice on storage units. Me and Paul work closely on the storage units together. I went there. The guy went from, he wanted $1,000, and I said, I'm not interested. He said, $500, I'm not interested. And then he said, $300. And I said, I'll come take a look. So I went there and I took a look. And the problem was, he pulled out a nightstand, which looked like once upon a time it was an expensive nightstand, but it was all messed up and the top was painted, right? Then he pulled out a sheet filled with bedding and stuff, you know, and then I could go inside and see an entertainment center that was chipped. But the storage unit went back 20 feet. And I'm just like, listen, man, if people don't take care of their stuff, if it's not good quality furniture, if it's not nice and neat, I mean, stuff was piled everywhere, water damage. I'm like, I don't even want it. You could give it to me for free and I wouldn't want it. It's just not worth my time, right? I mean, I want to go in and find bins of stuff, all nicely stacked, all nice and neat. You pull it out and, you know, then on average, you're going to make good money on it, but it just wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it. So I had to pass. Now he's saying that I can come back and just take all the good stuff and whatever I don't want, he'll throw out. But I mean, what am I going to do? What are you and I going to go there for 5 hours and sort through all this crap to see what we want and don't want? It's just not. Remember, in 10 minutes, I can order a truckload and get 20,000 items here. You know, I don't need to go to these storage units and you know, pick. Now, don't get me wrong. I like storage units. I like storage units, yes, right?
Well, stuff, the thrill of it's amazing. It's
yeah.
Just, you know,
I mean, we found guns and money, and I mean, every storage unit has one. A change jug in it, right?
Yes,
a change jug. And number two, sex toys. They always do. I don't know why. It's like an Amazon Smalls pallet. Always have sex toys in it. Everybody, you know, one time I cleaned out a Moyle's house. You know what a Moyle is? So let me. I think it's the Jewish guy that does circumcisions, right? Moyle? And he was a member of the church. Sure enough, I cleaned his house out. In the basement, I found porn, and his wife was like, "Oh my God, that could not have been his." And I'm like, "Hey, I don't judge, man. I don't judge." You know, so yeah, you find that kind of stuff in every pallet. So I hope you can hear me all right. And yeah, that's why I was running late, Zabra, because I was looking at some storage units. What's the link to buy? I'm not sure what you're talking about, rule taker, but we're not selling anything here. We're just offering free advice, free opinions, free everything here.
We do at ResaleAmericaOnline.com. We just opened up where you can go on Shopify and see our items.
Absolutely. Yeah, ResaleAmericaOnline.com. We just launched our new website. Esteban launched it, and all of our eBay items are linked at the bottom, right? Yes. And right now, I think we have, how many items we got on eBay right now? We have like 3,500 items on eBay. Every week, we after sales and additions, we end up with, you know, 200 or 300 more, depending how many our VAs list over there in the Philippines. But you know, and our eBay is growing. Our eBay is getting better. We're in profit. You know, and I expect that just to continuously grow. You know, we did have a time where we weren't making any money at our eBay store, but that was my fault. I wasn't managing my eBay manager well enough. So, you know, now we're doing a lot better. We're trying to get that. Right now we're about 5,000 a week in sales, and we're going to do videos on what we're selling so you guys can see the same things that we're selling. If you guys see it around at different stores, different thrift stores, different flea markets, different yard sales, that you might want to buy it too. Yeah. So I think we did one of those videos yesterday, right, Stan? Yeah, so we're going to put one of those up today. I think we shipped about 50 items yesterday. We're going to walk you through everything, what we paid, what we sold it for, and how you can make a profit on it. How many times has Esteban sang September this month? If he hasn't, get him to do it before the end of the month. All right, I will do. Esteban's a fantastic singer. Yeah, he's got talent. He brings him up 2 notches on the level, man. So he's a perfect 10. And his wife, his beautiful wife is a great singer. So, Tom and Paul, what time pallets be ready today? And do you know what type? So today we have smalls.
Amazon mystery boxes coming in.
So we've Amazon mystery boxes coming in. And then I still think we have more mediums out on the floor.
I believe they're all sold.
You sold all the mediums?
I believe they're
Oh, man. And I got a hold of my supplier on the mediums, but she's real slow to respond. So
they're a hot ticket.
Yeah, I want to keep buying them. We use some for our store. We sell some, but they're certainly profitable. And you know what? Another thing is that I can get Amazon bigs out of Florida. That would be large. You know, sometimes it's a double pallet size, and they're normally not stacked very tall, but they're going to be like big screen TVs and treadmills and bicycles. You know, anything that'd be in a great big box. You know, office chairs, big boxes. I can get those for relatively cheap. And I just want to know if anybody out there is interested in Amazon bigs and joining on the program. We're thinking about trying to buy the whole line out, and if we can buy the line out and we can pass some of the savings on to you guys, that'll secure this merchandise for me. So Kelly says, I bought about 4 to 5 mids. I like the mids. I mean, as long as you can, we bought them at the right price so that we can sell them at that at 350. We sold them at 350, right? Yeah, we sell them at 350, which I think leaves a lot of value for you. I know one guy found a whole desktop computer. Actually, Stanley, are you using the computer, Stanley?
No, I'm still blacked out.
All right, so we have a desktop computer. We found some cell phone relays that were $500 each in one box. I mean, there was a lot of good value in there. So Kelly says they only had 2 the other day. Yeah, believe me, all right, Kelly says they want 2 to 3 a week. I'm going to try, Kelly. I'm definitely trying to get those pallets back in here.
Rule taker. Can I buy pallets from you? Oh, most definitely. Come on in. You know, we sell, of course, we have talked about Amazon, but we don't have just Amazon. We have, Lowe's, Home Depot. We have lots of great pallets to choose from.
Yeah.
Home Depot turbo pallets, they take over a month to get in. And they're pretty hot commodity. Lots of good value in those.
Yeah, I don't really do the Home Depot. I don't try to stay away from the Home Depot turbo right now because they're coming out of Indiana. What's that?
Shippings too.
We get HVA from CVS. We really don't have any right now, but with the smalls, if you buy the Amazon smalls, the 6-foot smalls, it could come with anything. You get a lot of HVA clothing, miscellaneous, office. You get a ton of stuff in there. We have them here. You can come on down, Rule, and take a look. We'll show you what we got. And yeah, so Kelly, I am trying to get more in right now. I'm going to text her right now. I don't know why I'm having such a problem spending my money. All I want to do is give this person money. But that's the reality of it, guys, that I want to buy 3, 4, 5, 6 truckloads a week from this one person, and they won't return my phone calls. So what's going to happen to other people that want to buy truckloads and want to buy one a month? They're certainly not going to take your phone call. So I'm going to text right now. Can we get some out today? Can we get some today? Because she keeps saying, I'll check, but then she never gets back to me. So there we go. Let's see if she responds on live air. I mean, I like her. She's a great person. So, I'm hoping everything works out right. What do we got next? Hi, Tom. Are the Amazon bigs worth the money? Mike, if you have the space, it's worth the money, right? Because they're low cost. I don't want to normally they're around, I see people selling for about $4,000, as low as $3,000. I might be able to get them cheaper than that, but I haven't locked that in yet. So once I lock it in, I'll announce to you guys how much I can get them for. But when you're buying them for, let's say you're buying them for $3,000 and you divide that by 24, that's what, like $120 a pallet or something like that. And you're going to have 2 or 3 big items on that pallet. Certainly should be 3, 4, sometimes 10 times that value. Like one treadmill. I love treadmills. Treadmills sell all the time because people, especially during Corona, whenever, I don't know if you saw some of my videos, but I was like 270 pounds at one point during Corona. I'm down to like 240 now, so I'm trying to get to 220. Paul turns sideways and he disappears. Can you make him disappear? Can you make him disappear, Stanley? He's so, man, so treadmills sell all the time. I love buying treadmills. When people bring me in treadmills, I go, whenever you see the opportunity, people like get a treadmill and use it as a coat hanger, right? Hang up all their clothes on it because they're not using a treadmill. I have one of those bicycles at home, right? We got in one of those really nice, one of the nice spinners. I brought it home. I used it for like 3 days and it's been there for like 9 months. My wife's like, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm like, no, someday I'm going to get back on that bicycle. And that's what people do. And then eventually they just say, screw it. My wife's going to say, put it on Facebook Marketplace, free spinner bike. Even though it's a $450 bike, she's going to give it away for free. But people just want to get rid of this stuff sometimes. So if you can be a convenience for them, then you can get free merchandise. Rule said, is it listed on the Resale America website? I think you're asking about the pallets that we sell. No, it's not on the website. But go back to Liquidation Motivation, our YouTube channel. You're going to see videos of all that kind of stuff on there. All that stuff's in the videos, so you can see that. Liquidation Pros, good morning. Catching my first live. What's up, Liquidation Pros? Welcome aboard. Been lurking and enjoying your videos for a while. Thanks for signing on. We appreciate it. If anybody has any comments or questions, please put them down below. Liquidation Pros, what do you do? Are you, I'm assuming you're in the pallet business. So, it's right up my alley, stuff that I love, stuff that I like to teach about. And if you got anything you guys can teach me, I've been doing this about 20 years, but I certainly haven't learned everything in the business. There's so much to know. There's so much to learn. I've made so many mistakes. So if you have any questions about, should I order this? Should I buy this? Ask me, and build relationships with other people in our groups. Remember, if you're a pallet buyer or a truckload buyer, make sure you go on Binstore and Truckload Buyers Co-op on Facebook. Binstore Truckload Buyers Co-op on Facebook. Sign up for that. We have over 6,000 people in there. And when you have questions, you post it in the group, and the community is so helpful. They'll just answer your questions. They'll tell you what orders are coming from. They'll tell you who's a contract holder. They'll give you advice on how to build bins, what kind of point of sale system they use. Use that. Today, brokers are not allowed. Today, a few minutes ago, I just went through them and deleted a bunch of brokers that are posting stuff on there. I don't want it to be like the other sites, like Truckload Liquidations. That site has like 30,000 people on it. Go on there for deals if you're looking for the truckloads, but go into my group if you want advice. All right, no brokers. Brokers are allowed in my group, and they're encouraged to private message any member.
And they're working.
Yeah. So if a member says, "Hey guys, I'm looking for high piece count in Texas," private message them. What I don't want is a broker to post their loads in my group. I don't mind the networking. I just don't want to muddy it up, because then it'll be just like the other sites, and I don't want it to be like the other sites. Those other sites have great value. I think there's one called Pallet Liquidations, which has a lot, and then also Truckload Liquidations, which has a ton. So take a look at those. Kelly Rose, what's going to be in today? Today we're getting in the Amazon mystery boxes. So that's the 8 boxes you get on a pallet for $400. We don't know what's in it. We've never opened it up. They're single taped. Everybody should know what double tape means. Double tape means somebody opens it and then puts another layer of tape on it. We don't touch them. People are finding great stuff. What percent of positive feedback do you think we're being getting on? I'd say about 80%, right?
About 80%. I mean, people do come back.
Yeah.
Sell fast when we get them in. So I'm gonna say it's.
Yeah. So about 80% positive feedback. So some people, Jesus said, "I want to get on the Paul diet." Me too, man. I dream about being this skinny, man. I dream about being that skinny.
My poor wife, she eats all healthy and keto and on this diet. And I'm over here by personal pan, DiGiorno pizza, like granted, kind of healthy for the cholesterol, but.
He's like a freaking 12-year-old. I take him out to Hooters, right? We're out to Hooters. I'm getting a beer, right?
Carbs I can get.
He gets an iced tea and cheese sticks. I'm like, Paul, how old are you? 12? Anyways, all right. So I think what did Rule says I'm in Texas. So yeah, so Rule, go on that site, go on Truckload Liquidations and post that you're looking for pallets in Texas. There's going to be lots of people out there, lots of people in Texas. I've been seeing Texas name coming up all the time now. Helen says, love your training videos. Help. Anything we can do to help there, Helen, anytime. Ask any questions, put them down below, whatever questions you have. And then once again, go on my group, Binstore and Truckload Buyers Co-op. We don't monetize. Nobody pay. If anybody asks you for money in that group, it's nothing to do with us. Everything we do is free because we're looking for the long-term relationships. We're going to monetize off the group, getting together and finding deals together and buying deals together. And that's our goal here.
We just ask you to Liquidation Motivation on YouTube and just subscribe so you can
Yeah.
stay relevant.
Yeah, we do make a little bit of money on our YouTube channel. Right now we're making $400 a month, but Stanley wants a raise. Stanley's behind the camera. Stanley, can you come on camera? Can you, do you have a camera back there? Yeah, turn your camera on, Stan, so you can wave to the crowd. You can't? Then come on over here, Stanley. Stanley, first. You got a microphone? Here, Stanley, let's get him in on the conversation. You don't need to, do you need to do anything over there? Oh, to read the comments? We can use that? See, Stan is our tech guy, man. He is large and in charge. He knows everything about tech, computers. He's the cameraman. He's the magic behind the scenes. So this is Stan here. A lot of people probably already seen Stan in our videos. So, oh, that's weird. It takes a second for this to come up. But yeah, so we make about $400 a month. Stan wants a raise. So make sure you go over there, Liquidation Motivation on YouTube, and just like and subscribe. That'll definitely help us out. Kelly says, the Home Depot pallets are better than Lowe's. Lowe's takes anything back, even if it wasn't really used. Home Depot is a little stricter. Yeah, I like the Home Depot pallets. I believe the Home Depot contract owner is Registrix, if I'm saying that right. I have bought a load from them. I didn't really care too much for it. They'd only give me my general merchandise out of Georgia. I want to buy the Turbo Smalls out of Georgia, but I think somebody bought the whole line out. So the guy that runs the Turbo Smalls program in Georgia won't talk to me. Now I do have a connection through Midtown Liquidators to buy the Home Depot Turbo Smalls out of Indiana, but then it cost me $4,000 to ship it. So I really don't like paying the $4,000 to ship it. So
there we go. Where are we? Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly, we just did Kelly Rose right there.
Okay,
so yeah, Ben says, any liquidation motivation merch coming in the future? Hey, merch! We should have a merch store, right?
Yeah.
There we go. That'll be another way to pay Stanley a little bit more. I love it, man. I love it, Ben. Thanks for the comment. That is funny. That is great. Yeah, I'd love to have some merch. I mean, you know what, I used to wear like a black shirt every day that just said Hustler on it, right? And then my store in the back, you know, because I was always out around the town. But then I opened the big store, so I haven't thought about merch much anymore. But we should because I mean, look at Gary Vee is really brought like hustling, and Gary Vee, a guy worth hundreds of millions of dollars, I assume. He has videos of him going to yard sales and buying like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, right, and flipping it for $30 on eBay. But what he was really doing is showing his kids how there's value out there that people don't know. It's all about perspective, right? What value, or with what was it, Pawn Stars we went to, and they had all the merch. Just one section is full of merch. Yeah.
You even bought a mask. Yeah.
Every time I go to Pawn Stars, I buy a T-shirt for my mom. I bought a mask because in Vegas they're making everybody wear masks. They're not like Florida. Florida is free. We are free in Florida. When we went to Vegas, we had to have a mask everywhere we went, and it was pretty frustrating and irritating. But I get it. I don't want to get anybody sick. So yeah. So maybe we will come out with the merch. Actually, if you notice, we've started our liquidationmotivation.net website. We have started our resaleamericaonline.com website. Next we're doing our media company's website, which is what Esteban's working on now. Yeah, it's called Set Media Group, and that's coming next. Remember, because if you're in a business, if you're in a liquidation business, bin store business, anything, you're a media company first, and second you're a bin store or you're a store. Because if you don't market yourself, you might as well not even be in this business. It's not even worth it for you. All right, if you're going to sit in the corner, if you're going to go to a flea market and sell your stuff and sit in the corner like a little turd, that you're not going to make any money. Can I say that? You're not going to make any money. You need to be standing up. You need to talk. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, take a look. Hey, who needs a deal? Who needs a bargain? I mean, that's how I started. I started with 4 booths in a flea market. Then I went to 8. Then I went to 32. And then I went to 200. And then I opened my biggest store, the biggest liquidation store in the world. And then we opened 2 bin stores. And we're looking to open 2 more bin stores right now. So, and that's just by getting up off your ass, right? Getting in front of people and saying to them, hey, do you want to buy what I have to sell? And if their willingness to buy is greater than my price, they're going to buy it. They're going to buy it,
Or probably they don't know you have something, and he's like, "Hey, do you need a new phone charger?"
Absolutely.
You'd be like, "Oh shit."
Absolutely. You know, it would happen. So we would buy these Amazon medium truckloads, right? And we put them in the flea market. And then, you know, in every one of, not mediums, the smalls, every one of the smalls pallets has multiples of the same item, right? So it might be like a Bluetooth adapter for a car, right? And it would be in my display case, and I'd have 100 of them stacked up there. And I would have 75 people in my booth at my flea market looking around. And then I would get on a microphone and I'd say, listen, guys, today I got on special. I'm blowing them out. Bluetooth adapters for the car, only $5. That's what they're priced in my bins. That's what they're priced anyways. And all of a sudden, one person will walk up and buy it, and then another person will walk up, and then, you know, customers thought it was a frenzy, right? Because then they all had to get up there before they were gone. You know, they're like, me, I'll take one, and I'm throwing one back to them, you know. It was just fun, but I'm also playing music in the background, you know. I know Stan likes a different kind of music than I like, you know. So I'm playing like 70s and 80s music, right? And so anybody, you know, anybody in their 50s, 40s, they were loving it, right? They were having a good time, and they just loved it. You know, don't get me wrong. If you're old, the old people that came into my booth, and I apologize for any old people, I'm getting old, any old people out there, but they'd be like, can you turn that music down? I mean, sorry, man. This is how I roll, right? This is how I roll. So it was a lot of fun.
Did you already read this one?
No, let me see that one. What is it? The mysteries are good, and I get good things. Just sometimes I get 2 to 4 things expired food. Yeah, so the mystery ones are supposed to come in with no food. And we do have a deal with our lady that if it does come in with food, she'll replace one of the bins. Yeah, I mean, I like them. A lot of people have good success. But it's, you know, one person found 3 free 3D printers in one pallet and sold them for $800 a piece. So that's $2,400 on a $400 investment. Plus he had a bunch of other stuff. So there is certainly is value. But if you're not a professional seller, don't buy. Listen, if you're not willing to hustle, willing to sell on eBay, Amazon, a flea market, a yard sale, you know, Facebook Marketplace, if you're not willing to do that, and you're not willing to find value in everything, don't buy anything. Don't buy anything. Don't get into this business. Because, you know, the thing is, like, I had an electronics guy. All he did was electronics. All he did was, he loved Apple, right? But he also loved what do you call the computers you can build, and you get the little chip, the little board, and you put them together, and there's this.
Every computer does that now.
I know, but there was like a new one that people were using. And that, I don't know. Anyways, that's what he was into. So he came in and bought a mystery pallet box, and there was, you know, there was cat food in there, and, you know, there was curtain rods, and, you know, there was all this other non-electronic stuff. And then he blew me up on Facebook saying that it was crap, you know, that it was garbage, you know, and I mean, I'm sorry that you only do electronics and you buy one of these boxes, you know, but if, you know, it didn't work for him. Yeah, so you got to be willing to do everything. You got to be willing to sell in all sectors, and you got to be willing to sell in all levels. Okay, if you want to be in this business. All right, Liquidation Pros says, we buy pallets with the primary goal of selling individual items online. Whatever does not meet our criteria, we sell at a flea market. I document a good bit of it on TY. Just don't have the time to edit.
Oh, I think he means YT, YouTube.
Oh, well, hey, Liquidation Pros, is that the name of your channel? Let us know. If that's the name of your channel, we'll give you a shout out right here. Please give us a shout out to your fans, and we'd appreciate that. But yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, everybody, you know, anybody who has a side hustle needs to know that they can, you know, that they can make money anywhere. You can make money anywhere in this world, man. You really can. If you're just going to sit on your ass at home and complain, listen, if you're going to blame it on the weather, your boss, your mom, your upbringing, you were poor, you couldn't eat as a kid. If you're going to blame it on the streets got potholes, if you're going to blame it on a hurricane, I mean, there's so many people out there making excuses why they can't make money when it's right there in front of their freaking face. All right? If you're making excuses, it's you. It's you. Where's the camera? It's you. It's not the system.
How about you? So for Liquidation Pros, how about I can edit for him if he needs me to edit, because I edit for you.
Yeah.
And I mean.
Yeah, Liquidation Pros, we're trying to group together in our media company. We're trying to get people like yourself. We already have a whole bunch of people like yourself, not a whole bunch, a handful of people like yourself that do the videos, but aren't good at the editing and aren't good at that stuff. And so you can send it to our team, and then our VAs and Stanley can help. We can help put together the program for you if you're interested. So reach out to us. But nonetheless, a shout out to your YouTube channel. We do have a lot of comments, so it might be a minute before I get back to you. Jim says, Liquidation Pro, I watch your videos. How much do you pay for your warehouse space? There you go. Jim's a big fan of yours. All right. Zabra says, what's with the apron? Explain, Paul. What is Tom hiding? What am I hiding? I'm hiding my gut. I think my.
Oh, I mean.
I don't know. Stanley's pretty thin too. He's not Paul thin, but he's pretty thin. No, I don't know. We just, instead of having uniforms at my liquidation store, we wear aprons. We're kind of like Home Depot, right? We wear the aprons. So, I don't know. There's nothing with the apron. Hey, it's Stan Lee. There you go.
Yeah, it's me.
All right, Jesus Ramos, which is the contract holder for HD you mentioned? How is it spelled? It's Registrix, Regestrix, I believe. Registrix. Let me try to put it in here. Registrix. Trix. Where's it? No, not Reg. Where's it typed? Oh, yeah, right there. I just put it in the chat down below. I believe that's the contract holder. I did get a hold of him. I did buy a load from him, but the load wasn't that good to me. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just a general merchandise Home Depot load out of Georgia. I forget what I paid, $5,000, $3,000, something like that. I forget. But when it came in, I just didn't think it was a great fit for me. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't a great fit for me. Raspberry Pi, that's what I was trying to think of.
Raspberry Pi? What?
Yes, when I was saying the computers.
Oh.
That's what that guy does, makes Raspberry Pi. You're right. Thank you for the Raspberry Pi AK. All right, where am I at now? Zabber, do you think you can manage 3 websites? I think you're flying too close to the sun, but that's just my opinion.
That's why we have VAs.
Whoa, Zabra, holding me back, baby. Come on now, man. I have 3 restaurants, 1 I'm selling, 10 rental properties, 2 bin stores, the world's largest liquidation store, a media company. We are building a freaking empire down here, Zabra, and there's no way I can hold back. But I do agree with what you're saying. The thing is that when you surround yourself with good people like Stanley here, you can expand and grow. My only goal, and remember, Stan and I in this media company, he doesn't work for me. We're partners in this media company, okay? So we're partners. So if this thing works, Stanley's going to make a lot more money. Plus, I'm going to make some more money, and Stanley's going to run it. So, Stanley's leveraging, my building, my facilities, my money, to build this company. But I'm good with that. I'm good with that because at some point in your life, you change from an earner to an investor. Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
There makes money.
Yeah. So, everybody should know on this channel that I made a lot of money off crypto. And, now I'm going to take some of that money and I'm trying to invest it into Stanley and to Esteban. I have a lot of different ideas. If there's any other good, thoughtful people in my area that want to come join our team, come out and join our team, and we can try to brainstorm a business that we can all do together. But, it takes a long time for me to, have the 100% confidence that you're going to be a person that we're going to like, right? It takes at least
90 days.
At least 90 days, yeah. And after 90 days, we kind of start liking you. I mean, no, we like you from the start, but after 90 days, we kind of realize that you are dedicated, you are a good worker. So that's really, we're always looking for, Jesus said Raspberry too. Yep, you're right. Helen, I know where there is big and little space. Please contact joylightministries@gmail.com. I'm assuming that they have some rental space. So yeah, I'll definitely reach out to you. I'll reach out to you after this live. So thank you. Helen, we'll see what we can come up with. Kelly says, we lost you, Kelly. Hang on. I never got garbage. Also made my money and profit off the mystery boxes. Good, Kelly. I appreciate. Thank you for your feedback. We always want feedback, even if it's. Listen, if somebody puts negative feedback on my Facebook page or on our review site, we honestly critique it and look at it. Now, if it's malicious, we'll take it down. But if it's honest, we're going to leave it up because I want people to know what they're getting into. And sometimes it's not. The problem is these big brokers come out and say, "Oh no, it's gold. It's gold. You're going to make a killing," right? When the only person making the killing is the broker, right? There's a broker. Remember the broker, the load that's in my group, $6,000 on one load. Good for freaking you, making $6,000 on one load. But that's horrible. That's no good. That's no good. The brokers are getting richer. That's why I like big brokers that have small margins. Big brokers that do a lot of loads but have small margins. Those are the ones I like to go with. These guys that are only selling 2, 3, 4, 5 truckloads a month, they have to make a full-time living off you. So, I like small margins.
Yeah. Have you?
John says, yeah, I've ever bought a 3PL. So that's 3PL stands for third-party liquidators. And I don't buy those, John. I don't buy those. And I'm not saying they're bad. I just don't buy them because I don't want to buy anything that's been touched by somebody else. That's just the way I am. I don't want anybody to touch these loads before I get them. So what the third-party liquidators do is they will buy the high piece count loads. They'll take everything over a certain value out of it. Let's say over $200 or $100 or $250, out of it, and then break down the rest into, cheap merchandise, medium merchandise, a little more expensive merchandise, and sell the pallets that way. Now, if you're a small business, if you're a small bin store, they're probably a good place for you to go if you can't afford to buy truckloads. That's probably a good place for you to go, but there's never going to be an opportunity, or very rarely going to be an opportunity there to make money on eBay. To find those. I like buying, like we bought the truckload of smalls for $16,000, and there was 12 Samsung S21 Pros in there, just like this. I keep thinking, Stanley's got one too, and they're like $1,000 on eBay. So that paid for almost all the order. What fit in this little box and a whole truckload, paid for the whole order just about. All right, Kelly. Amen, Tom. Kelly, there is always a way to make money. You just need to want it for sure, for sure. Mm-hmm. Resale. There we go. Registrix. There's Registrix. That's all us.
Oh, that's all us. Okay.
All right, here we go. DJ Daryl Taylor. I'm thinking about those Ashley loads. Couple questions. Hit me up, DJ. So remember, I didn't realize my broker Dan from Viking Building Systems in Minnesota, up there in the cold ass north. Remember, it's September, almost October. You look where I'm living, Dan. Dan, you're going to have to come down. Dan, I know he watches our videos sometimes. So, Dan, this is where I live, right here, sunny Florida. That's why I got burnt a little bit this weekend. That's why I look greasy. Yeah, so Stan and I got the farmer's tan going, right? Stan and I filmed the football. I was coaching the football game. Stan filmed it. And then the next day I went to the beach and fried my forehead. But that's what you do in Florida. So what was my point? Ashley loads, yeah. So Dan lives up there in the north. He has Ashley liquidation centers all over the nation. Luckily, one of mine is like right down the road. So I normally buy the loads for $7,500, and he called them B loads. And I do okay on them. I probably get back 10, 12, maybe sometimes $14,000. This time he said he had C loads for $3,500. When they came in beautiful. Way better than the B loads. The videos. Oh, we just did a video on it. Go watch the video. I mean, I'm talking like in the B loads, I was getting like 1/2 of a sectional. And the C loads, everything was good. I mean, everything was good. It was just insane. Very little damage. I also bought another load from B stock. So I only paid $2,500 for the load. It came out of Georgia, so it's $2,000 shipping, $4,500 for the load, and that was considered in fair condition. So I'm going to be able to add on to what that means, because B stock sells fair and salvage, and I need to know what those two category is. I ordered a salvage load in Florida, and it cost me $1,800 delivered, $1,800, but B stock canceled the order before they shipped it. So
shipped to you incorrectly or something like that?
I'm not sure. It kind of was an indirect deal that I had, but the order got canceled. So I will be able to give you more information on that. But if you guys want to find a liquidation center near you, now remember that price might be a little higher for you depending on shipping, because my distribution center is only 40 miles away. So if you're 200 miles from a distribution center, it's going to be more like 1,500 in shipping or something like that. You had to figure that out. But go get a hold of Dan. Jim says, can't wait to start selling pallets. I really don't want to work for anyone anywhere. Hell yeah, Jim. 20 years ago. Listen, 20 years ago, I had 2 houses. I was living in Albany, New York. and I sold both those houses and I made money. I decided I'm never going to work for anybody again. I moved back to my hometown up in Watertown, New York. Adams, New York is where I'm from. And I started a restaurant that I failed miserably at. But I failed miserably, so I went back to college. But you know what? I made that decision never to work for anybody else again. Think about it. Stan comes in here when he's doing filming for me. I got to say, Stan, I want you to go do this, and then go do this, then go do this, then go do, Stan's like, what the hell, Tom, right? But, he works for me.
What?
In the media company, he doesn't work for me, right? We're partners in the media company.
Well, no, you just tell me what you want done, and I go do it, and I continue to do it. That's it.
He's a pretty good employee, right? But he can't be an employee anymore. He has to be a partner, and that's the goal. So find successful people in your business and partner up with them. And I mean, I'm going to tell you, the first deal that I got that brought me big bucks after that failure that I had is I opened Resale America in Watertown, New York, and then a guy that I met playing basketball, I became good friends with. He wanted to buy a house, a fixer-up house, and he was in construction. So he paid for the house, and then we got a loan to fix the whole house up, and then we refinanced it. He got all his money back. Then we split some money, and then I managed the house from then on. So he didn't like managing properties, but I didn't know anything about building properties. So I partnered with this guy. He put up all the money. I had $0 in a 7-family house. $0. But I solved his problem. He didn't want to manage it after the construction was done.
Yeah.
That house, I mean, there's a longer story to that house. But anyways, that was my first in real estate. And then when I got the money, when we refinanced the money, we had the pool of money. We bought a restaurant with that money, right? That restaurant did fantastic. So we opened another restaurant. That restaurant did fantastic. So we opened a third restaurant. We only owned the building on the third restaurant. And then we bought all the houses in the area. So that one deal that got me in free, now turned into well over $1 million, well over $1 million in net worth. And by the time they're all paid off, it should be, I don't know, $2.5 million for me, for each of us. So find people like that, partner up with people, find people who've got money and successful, but damn well, you better be 100% dedicated, right? You better be 100% dedicated to what you're doing with these people. If you're not, they're just going to boot you to the curb, and they're not going to, you're done. They're not going to want to deal with you anymore. So let me just can't wait to start selling. I really don't want to work. Yeah, 100%, Jim. Start selling pallets, man. The pallet business is easy to get into. Just buy the truckload, mark it up a couple $100, and then blow it out. People will buy it. DJ said, is a good profit margin, or are they pretty clean? Are they used or new?
You talk about mystery boxes?
Well, yeah, what was DJ? I'm thinking about those. Oh, Ashley loads. Okay. So these C loads that I got actually should have been classified as B loads. So I'm going to make a ton of money on those. The B loads, I don't make a ton of money on, but I like it. You're selling high value, it's easy for me to sell a nice couch for $2,000. People love furniture. I know a young kid, he's only like 22 years old, has a huge warehouse full of furniture, this kind of furniture. And he just kills it at 22. He's on Facebook Marketplace. He's always marketing himself. Great kid. So yeah, there's certainly a lot of money. And hey, don't discount Facebook Marketplace to buy furniture. All right. So what I look for in Facebook Marketplace is I look for something that a rich people, I don't know what neighborhood you live in, but in Tampa, Orlando, Lakeland, there's a lot of rich people. They buy $10,000 bedroom sets, $10,000 dining room sets, $10,000 living room sets, like Stan's mom, right? They buy those things, and then whenever they want to upgrade to get something new, they just want it gone. Right? So they'll put it on Craigslist for $1,000, right? They paid $10,000 to put it on Craigslist for $1,000. You go over there and say, you send them an offer. I'll give you $500 and I'll come pick it up right now. Boom. I'll take it. Go to their house, load it up, get it out of there, put it in your warehouse and sell that bad boy for $2,500, $3,000, right?
Yep.
Right? Make sure it's not too old though. If they paid $10,000 20 years ago, you don't want it. You want to make sure it's something they paid $10,000 5, 7 years ago, right?
Not grandma stuff.
Not grandma stuff. Unless it's mid-century modern, because that shit's expensive. That's the old wooden ones from the 60s and 70s. Everything's solid wood. That's good stuff. After that, when you get into the 80s, then we'll get into press board and crap. big flowery couches, and you don't want that stuff. But mid-century modern is a home frickin' run. Anytime we get them, we sell the crap out of that stuff. And there's Facebook groups out there you can put your furniture in. It's great. It's great. Samantha, are you hiring? I have reselling experience, worked at a pawn shop for a while, also been doing eBay for about 8 years with great feedback. Jeremy. So I don't know if I'm talking to Jeremy or Samantha, but yes, we are hiring. Right now we are hiring. We need to hire about 5 people today. I think we might have hired somebody yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
We got a couple applications in yesterday, but yeah, we're definitely hiring. So come on down, Samantha Smith or Jeremy, which one of you are.
As long as she's fine with being on camera.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you don't mind Stanley putting a camera in your face every once in a while.
Okay.
So Zabra says, what's a day in the life of Stan like? How strange is it holding a camera in the open store? Do you get looks and do people ignore you?
Yeah, in Lakeland, yeah, they do. They look at me like I'm crazy or something. And eventually sometimes I get clients, actually. I've gotten a real estate, somebody's doing real estate, somebody who's doing, what was the other thing?
You did with the dog collars?
Oh, yeah, the commercial.
Did a commercial?
Oh, yeah, I do commercial for this girl. Like, I've done like maybe 8 or 9 videos for her now. But she sells headbands. She like makes them, so every time she comes here, she buys the mannequin heads from you and like different mannequins, and then she like, and then what she does is she puts her stuff in different stores. So like, there's a coffee shop, she has her own corner, and her stuff is there. They have like a massage parlor, not that.
They have a massage parlor. Where is this at? Just kidding. Just kidding.
It's in Tampa.
It's in Tampa.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
I might have been there once or twice. Anyways, yeah. So Stan, what's life? Stan, we get here about 8:30 in the morning, right?
Yeah, 8:30.
We were doing a crypto video in the morning. We're trying to figure that out. That's called Pump Your Coin on YouTube. Just not. We haven't figured that out yet, but we're working on that still. And then we go into these lives. We get the store all organized, and we sometimes we have paperwork. Then I have paperwork, so Stan might do some backup filming. We're filming the eBay stuff now. We're filming some 3D printing stuff that we're doing. We're filming. So we have 3 fix-it guys, right? 2 are electronics, and 1 is just general maintenance. And so we're now filming them, trying to do another YouTube channel with them guys, because we get so much stuff in the store, and our guys are always testing, cleaning, repairing different electronics in the back. So we're going to make a channel out of that. Karen says, I just found your channel. I'm thinking of starting a small bin store. However, is there a certain amount you have to buy in order to sell enough to make a livelihood? Thank you. I'm telling you, my favorite story is Dave, who used to work for me. He was my general manager of one of my bin stores. He left me and opened his own bin store. It's 1,800 square feet. And when I walked in there, I was like, there is no freaking way this is going to work. No way this is going to work. My 2 bin stores are 7,000 and 10,000 square feet. He's got 1,800 square feet. He buys pallets from me, but then he hustles and always looking for more merchandise elsewhere. He's killing it. He's making a huge profit. I'm guessing, I don't know, he's making $100,000 a year. I don't know, I'm guessing.
Good.
I mean, I know that my stores do about $80,000 a year in profit. He's got to be doing $100,000 a year. And I think he only puts out like 4 pallets a week, something like that. He's coming today to pick up pallets. I think like 4 pallets a week.
Pretty good though. Does he only buy from you though?
No, he's a hustler, man. He's a hustler. He's the reason I got scammed too. He's the one that introduced me to Steven, freaking Steven, who scammed me out of $12,000. DJ Daryl Taylor, are you a real DJ, Daryl? That's landed. That's landed. I kind of like that about Viking Building Systems. Any price they give me is landed. They'll quote me other stores coming from other warehouses, but I just tell them I'll buy everything that's in Florida. You got anything in Florida, I'll buy it. Facebook user says, I love these guys.
Who's this Facebook user? Mike Sims.
Mike Sims, what's happening, Mike? Mike from Midtown Liquidators. There you go, buddy, out in sunny California. Hey, Mike lives in a place that looks like this too. So yeah, if anybody has any questions for Mike, he's watching us on Facebook. He's a great guy. He's what I call one of the big brokers, that the commissions are smaller, so it's more favorable to go through. I'm fortunate that I have a local supplier, so I don't have to buy a lot of truckloads. But when I do, I definitely reach out to Mike and work out with Mike and Mike and Jody. Sorry, Mike, I probably shouldn't say that on here. All right, anyways, B. Wall said, afternoon. So if I buy from a liquidation center, is there a high chance the pallet has already been picked through by the 3PL? Well, I would assume, ask them. You know, most people are honest in this business. If you're dishonest, you're going to get nowhere. So ask them if they pick through it. I mean, they call it process. So, I know like there's a company called Wholesales here in Florida. They process all their pallets. So if you're buying from them, yes, it's going to be picked through, but they'll tell you. But it's also cheaper, right? You're buying it cheaper and you're getting a more consistent product. Like you might get everything, you might be able to buy a pallet for, let's say, $300 that everything's worth $20 or less. And then there's a $500 pallet where everything's worth $20 to $50. And then there's a $1,000 pallet where everything's worth $50 to $100, So, if you find one of those levels that work for you, buy it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to buy processed loads. I'm just saying that I don't like processed loads. I like them to be direct from the distribution center to me, so that I know nobody's got their greasy palms on the merchandise. So, Liquidation Pros, Jim, I rent partial space from my buddy. Total space is $5,600 for his HVAC company. I pay $1,200 a month for my area. Have access to loading dock and forklift. That's a great idea. So I'm assuming you responded to Jim up above.
Oh.
That's a great idea, though, Liquidation Pro. So what Liquidation Pro did is they partnered with somebody who has a big warehouse, right? And they're using a section of the warehouse. So then you get the dock. I had another guy do this. He uses their dock. He uses their forklift. He doesn't have to pay electricity because all he is giving them a little bit of extra income to help offset the rent. If you can find a person that'll do that with you, that's a great idea. That's I'm looking at a big warehouse right now. My business partner,
Which one?
Ace, he works for a company called Metal Industries, and they have like 500,000 square feet of warehouse space vacant in Clearwater, Florida. So I'm like, hey, why don't you talk to your boss and see if you can get us some more space down there? Open another bin store, because I don't think there's any bin stores down in that area. So certainly. Lake Liquidators, what is your eBay store name? So our eBay store is, I think, Re-Sale-America. But if you go to resaleamericaonline.com, go to the bottom, you'll see our eBay store down there. Our eBay store is linked to our website. Eventually, it'll be linked to our Shopify site so that we don't have to pay the eBay fees. And so. ResaleAmericaOnline.com. Yeah. So go to that site right there. You'll see our eBay. I think you click on any one of those, our eBay stuff at the bottom of that site, it'll take you right to our store. Amanda Stevens.
Stan's mic is down. Oh, isn't it? Oh, it's dead.
Stan's the camera guy and his mic is dead. I guess he's got to listen.
Yeah.
You're going to have to talk like this. Facebook user. All right, Tom, this is true that the difference between Pligo and Matrix networks and the Polygon plan to become a layer 2 solution aggregator on Ethereum, which can achieve the performance construction that the Ethereum network cannot achieve and make up for the important links that the current Ethereum ecosystem is missing. Polygon will maintain all the capabilities of Matic network and solutions such as Matic plasma chains and Matic POS proof of stake chain, which will continue to develop and become an important. Is there more to that?
It doesn't show you more. That's all it shows you.
Becoming important. That's all I see is will become an important. Yeah. So Facebook user. Yeah. I mean, I have. You brought up the Matic system. So I used to own Matic. So MG Franco.
Oh wait, I think you can read the. Oh yeah, you can see the rest of it here.
So he says, become more important part of the Polygon ecosystem. 100%. Yeah. After I didn't realize Polygon was formerly Matic. So I did own Matic at one time. I did sell it whenever, I get in these spurts where I listen to 1,000 hours or something and I get convinced that one chain is going to dominate the hour. We're in crypto right now. So, for a long time, it was Ethereum. I thought for sure Ethereum would be the dominant blockchain out there. So Matic is a second layer solution that solves the problems of did you understand what he said there?
No.
So Matic solves the problem because the fees are high in Ethereum. Hopefully when they get to proof of stake and sharding, you know, that the fees will go down to nothing, to a penny. And so I'm really looking forward to that. But I am putting money into Matic. I do agree with what you're saying. I do need Matic needs to be successful because I have a boatload of Ethereum. Now I'm starting to think that I believe in Bitcoin more and more and more, that Bitcoin's going to be a grand winner. There's no doubt in my mind Bitcoin wins some level of this market space. Now, if it's going to be 30, 50, 75, 90%, I don't know what it is, but they're going to win some level. So you're crazy. You're crazy. If you have any sort of investment in your life, you're crazy not to have some of it in Bitcoin. Are there other things that can make you rich faster? Yes. But they're also a gamble, right? They're also a gamble. It's like going to the roulette table, right? Go to the roulette table. You can bet on number 23, which is my birthday, right? Or you can bet on black and red, right? You're going to have black and red is 48% each, right? Or you can bet on the one that's only got about 7% chance of winning. Bitcoin is going to win, man. Is going to be there in our future. There's no doubt in my mind. I also believe Ethereum will be. I don't know after that. After that, there's so many arguments and we can battle back and forth and fight about it. But if you're not putting your money in appreciating assets right now, my favorite is crypto, you are crazy. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about my premise in crypto. And I got all these other people telling me it's going to zero, it's a bubble, it's crazy. China's banning it. The energy it uses, you know, all the FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt that everybody puts on it. But what if? Ask yourself, what percentage chance do I give crypto of becoming successful? I give it 100, but you might only give it 10%. Well, then you should allocate 10% of your investments into this marketplace. I would think you want to at least be 50% Bitcoin, 50% Ethereum. You know, but you can also get involved with Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, Matic, all these other things. But you have to put your money. I mean, do you want to be rich? Do you want to be rich? Do you want to have financial freedom?
So what if a famous video, let's say GTA 6 comes out and they're like, oh, our in-game currency is Bitcoin. We only accept Bitcoin. Like, that's the end of it. I mean, I play it. People older than me play it. Your son play it. Or your 10-year-old son probably plays it.
Yeah, they go to the strip club all the time in there. I'm like, where the hell did they get that from? Just kidding. I'm joking. Anyways, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's certainly. See, that's what you got to understand. What Stanley was saying is online gaming money and online NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are, if you're under 15 years old, you know everything about them. You already know them. You live them every day. You buy skins on Fortnite. You buy, you know, you have money in Roblox. You know, these kids, you know, V-Bucks. I don't even know what V-Bucks are. Is that Roblox?
I have no idea.
All I know is my sons, before they could work, they were like, Dad, can I have $20 so I can buy V-Bucks? I'm like, what the hell are V-Bucks? Sure, take it, right? Sure. And you know, and then one time I look at my checking account and there's like $780 spent on V-Bucks. Oh, did I beat his ass? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I was mad and I fought it. I got my money back on that one. But my daughter, Melly, when my younger daughter, my daughter Melly is 18 years old right now. When she was about 7, there was this fishing game. It was like fish, and she wanted to buy fish food. So I gave her $10 to buy fish food. Sure enough, next day I wake up, there's like $480 out of my checking account. She just kept going rebuy. But Dad, I was winning the game. Yeah, because I spent $480. I couldn't. They wouldn't give me that money back. I fought and fought. They wouldn't give me that money back. So, all right. Stan, I'm interested in some YouTube help. Just would depend on the fee structure. I hope a bunch of vids that need editing. Shoot me a message, Don at Liquidation Pros. Yeah, we got Esteban's in the room right now too. So this is the marketing company. This is what's it? Set Media Group. So Set, Stanley, Esteban, Tom, Media Group. So we are working on the Media Group. We are working on helping people out, and we should be able to keep your costs very low because we're using the VAs, because we're outsourcing the videos to other people. We're putting together what are we putting together in this room over here?
Which one?
A hard drive or?
Oh, a server.
Yeah.
We're putting together a server so that we can easily upload videos
to the VA so they can access it, and then they can just send it right back real quick
to the VAs. Yeah, because right now it's, you know, everything else that we use is very slow. So yeah, you guys, Stan, we'll have Stan reach out to you there, Liquidation Pros. Ben, Stan, can you make phone apps or do you just do media?
Just do media.
Just media.
Yeah. That's a good idea though. Phone apps. You could make a liquidation motivation.
There you go. Oh, where'd we go?
Just that.
B Wall says, appreciate it. I've been learning a lot from watching your channel. Thanks, B Wall, for watching our channel. We appreciate everybody out there who watches our channel. Anybody has any more questions, put them down in the comments. We got a few left to go. All right, DJ Daryl. Yes, I DJ for 20 years before I got my own 1,200 square foot store that grew to 1,800 square foot, then 5,500 square foot, then 16,000 square foot, and then in November to 25,000 square foot store to shopping plaza. I started in 2000. Awesome, DJ, man. That's awesome, man. That's what life's all about, man. Taking it to the next level and figure out where that sweet spot is, that sweet spot where you make your most money. I mean, there was a time that I was at that sweet spot. And I'm going to tell you when it was. I had 8 booths in the flea market. I ran it with my kids, no employees, nothing. I was making so much money, hand over fist, selling this Amazon stuff by myself, 8 booths, flea market. But I don't do that kind of stuff, So I said, fortunately, when I was making all that money, I was putting it into crypto, right? Putting it into crypto. So then I went to 32 booths, had to hire a few people. Then I went to 200 booths, had to hire a few more people. Mm-hmm. Then I got a 110,000 square foot store. Now I got 50 employees, 2 bins, So I make less money now than I did then, but I'm
I think you make more money now. It's just that if you were there physically, you'd make more. That's my problem too. If I'm there physically, I can make $1,000. But if I'm not there and I send somebody else there, I make $200. But right. I'm over here making $1,000 just the same. So now I have $1,200. And then what if I can do that with 10, 15 people?
Yeah. So yeah, 100%. But I mean, I might make less a year than I made back then, but my investments from back then have. So that's why we can do the things we're doing right now. So that's why you got to start investing today. That's what it is. Traditional store, not a bin store. Good, DJ. Yeah, I like liquidation stores. They're a little bit harder to run in a bin store, but I would recommend maybe going into a bin store. I think you would do well with it. Would you recommend a storage unit to store products in? Still, you can't afford a storefront. Still, I can't afford a storefront. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a storage unit, I mean, I would.
That's what I did. I started off at my guest room at home, and then I outgrew that, and I started my products in a storage unit. Then I bought a truckload, and then I got another unit near here, and then I now have a warehouse here, so now I have everything here. So yeah.
The thing that I like the best is being able to rent a tractor trailer. If you have a spot to put a tractor trailer bed, because then you got a huge storage spot. Storage spaces are getting pretty expensive.
Yeah.
What's a 10 by 10 storage unit go for?
I guess it depends on where we are. Like in Lakeland, and it depends on if it's air conditioned or not. So what was I paying? I was paying about $400 a month
for a 10 by 10.
400? No, I'm wrong. It was 140. Sorry.
Okay, 140. Yeah, so that's a 10 by 10, and think about a tractor trailer would be 10 by 53, and you can get it for about $200 a month.
His wife says hi to all of us.
Oh,
Hi, babe.
Esteban's wife, the beautiful. We need to get her on here singing sometime. I got a song that I want to get sung, about Bitcoin. So I've been having this idea for a while, and we still haven't gone to press. B Wall said those gas fees are high as hell during the day. Fees super low around 2 to 6 a.m. I noticed. Yeah, that is a problem with the Ethereum network. Gas is the fee that you pay to do a transaction on there. But I've only done a few transactions on the Ethereum network, and they were all for high money, so it really didn't matter that I was paying. But I did hear today in a podcast that the fees average like $4, so that's not bad. I know it's gone up high as hell before when NFTs were super hot, but
my wife was buying NFTs with that Axie game, and she was spending a lot of money in regards to moving the AXS into Ethereum. She was paying high gas fees. I think that she said she paid, I think it was $20 or something like that
to sell something.
Yeah. So yeah, the gas fees are something we need to be mindful of.
What's SafeMoon? I found this coin.
SafeMoon is another cryptocurrency. I don't, there's so many cryptocurrencies. There's, I know a lot about the top 10, some about the top 20, a little bit about top 100, but then there's like 3,000 coins out there. So it's impossible to know about all of them. But I'm very optimistic about Ethereum, the network that they have going, the NFTs, the very smart guys are coming out with projects, and most of them are putting them on Ethereum, even though the gas fees are high. So, if like Gary V came out with VFriends, right? He put it on Ethereum. If smart people with hundreds of millions of dollars behind them, but if you're doing small little transactions, you need to pass around $1 or $5 or $10, then you have to have small fees. On Ethereum, everybody's doing, big projects right now. So it's going to trickle down into the masses. It'll be there. It'll be there.
Do you think it's because it's a lot safer and more proven on Ethereum versus other platforms that have been hacked and things like that?
Well, I mean, certainly it's safer on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think, is the safest. Mm-hmm. Then comes Ethereum. Ethereum did get hacked at one time. They fixed the hack, and now
it wasn't a hack. It was a loophole that they found, and they fixed that loophole. But it wasn't unnecessarily a hack, right?
Well, there was the DAO hack.
That's what
what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to speak to it because I don't know enough about it. But my understanding was they got whatever you want to call it. Okay. There was a flaw in the system, and they fixed that. And since then, there's nothing's gone down. And that was real early in Ethereum's life. But if you see like Solana, which I'm putting a lot of money in Solana. I got Paul putting a lot of money in Solana. They actually just had a bot hack. So bots came in and they went down at 400,000 transactions a second. What finally took the system down? Do you know how many Visa does?
200.
Something like 1,500 a second. 400,000 transactions a second on a blockchain. Like, listen. On Twitter now, you can send money to El Salvador for free. On Twitter, it goes over the Bitcoin rails. Eventually, it'll be every country in the world. Western Union's going out of business. Anybody who processes money is going out of business. Banks are going out of business. All these companies are going out of business. Get ready. Now you can take your paycheck and have it direct deposited to Coinbase and Bitcoin. Ooh. And then you have the Coinbase ATM, and you can just pay for anything using your Bitcoin. I mean, it transfers from dollars, Yeah. So the future is coming. When do you think there will be a gift card of Bitcoin like Amazon gift cards currently? I would think in essence, because there's really not going to be a card, because your card will be stored digitally. So you can put it on a thumb drive and hand it to somebody.
Probably a code.
Or a code to access something, or there's gonna, or you just open up a wallet and you can just send somebody Bitcoin in that wallet. So Sarah says the whole crew is here except me. Hi guys. Hey Sarah, we miss your beautiful face back here. Anytime you want to come back, if you want to join us, Sarah, I can move over. Well, you don't have to move.
You can come in right now.
Sarah, I think's in the other room. Xaber, can Esteban sing September at the end of the live stream? You know the song September? I don't know.
I don't know. I think so.
DJ Daryl Taylor, you got an IG page, Instagram page. See, I don't do Instagram. I'm too old for Instagram.
I'll
but
subscribe to him.
Look him up. All right. Hey, Thomas Joseph Schultz. Hi, babe.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Esteban's wife. Hey. It's the 3 glass of tears. Mine are reading glasses. All right, I'm getting old. Mine are reading glasses.
Worse and worse by the minute.
That's right. Yeah. I'm late again. Sorry. Dino, thank you for joining on. We've been 1 hour into this show. Thank you for joining on, though. BWAL 330. How you guys feel about XRP minus the lawsuit here in the U.S.? I owned a boatload of XRP. I sold it because I kind of went down a rabbit hole and listened to this XRP channel, and they were always talking about how great XRP was, right? And so I was listening to that every day. So I kept buying. I think I had 100,000 at one time. But then I started listening to some other channels. I decided to broaden my perspective. And, when I listened to the general news channels never talk about these smaller coins. They talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah.
We weren't talking about a Cardano. Even the smart guys, like, who do I consider smart guys? Michael Saylor, Dan Held, Raoul Paul, these macro investors who are multi-millionaires, maybe even billionaires, when they talk, they don't talk about XRP. They don't talk about Cardano. They don't talk about any of these smaller coins. Very few of them. There's some popping out now. So I decided to sell all my XRP and get out of it. And then the lawsuit came out. So I was happy that I got out before the lawsuit. Now, I will say one thing. One of my employees here, Lewis, you guys know Lewis?
Yeah.
Lewis comes to me and he says, Tom, you know, we do Wish pickups here, and he got the Wish payment in. And he goes, Tom, do you want me to send you the Wish money in Bitcoin? I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And he goes, oh, you know what? It's too expensive to do it in Bitcoin. Let me send it to you in XRP. And then he sent it to me in 1 second, costs 1 penny in XRP. And I'm like, damn, that was convenient, right? And then I automatically transferred it back to Bitcoin on my Coinbase wallet.
Did Coinbase charge you?
No, transfers are free.
Wow.
So it was very, you know, so I can see the use case. I don't know if they're going to get the adoption. Remember, the SEC only operates in the United States, so XRP is still overseas working, you know. But what I am seeing now, which I didn't see before earlier in the XRP case, is that I think there's an argument that every crypto and anybody who owns crypto should help XRP win this case. It's a benefit to the whole industry if they win this case, because then that will set precedent. That will set precedent. If they win this case, then none of them are securities, and Congress needs to enact a new law in order to regulate this industry. All right, but if they lose this case, then everything's a security but Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything. You know, so everybody in the business wants XRP to win, because the SEC is doing nothing right now. The SEC is doing nothing. All right. Jack's Dollar Deals. What's up, Jack? Hello from Alabama. Peace, Jack. What's happening? B. Wall said, how would you go about accepting crypto as payments in store, or would that become a legal tax problem? I don't think it'd be a legal tax problem, but you know, that's so, I'm such an idiot. I should be accepting Bitcoin and crypto here in my store. I should have well, my problem is it's not integrated with my point of sale.
I don't think Square has it integrated.
Well, here for my bin stores, but here, well, actually, Square, you can buy Bitcoin in Square. I wonder if you can take Bitcoin as a payment.
Yeah, why not?
Shit.
You might be able to. I might be able to at my bin stores. My big store, I don't have an alternative payment button on my screen. You know, so if somebody pays me in Bitcoin, they show me their phone saying you paid Resale America in Bitcoin. There's no button for me to put cash out.
Yeah.
So I have to fix that. Once I fix that, then I will definitely figure out, I'll have a QR code at the front where everybody can pay in crypto. B-Wall, I'll get back to you on that.
I'm trying to pay our VAs with crypto. So I'm trying to figure out a way trying to find a way around it. But right now, the Strike app is not available in the Philippines. So I can't send them crypto, or I can't send them US dollars without paying a remittance fee. So
yeah, we're trying to figure that out. It's coming. It's going to be here in no time, but it's just not here yet. So B-Wall said XRP and ADA. What's ADA?
It's Cardano.
Cardano. The lowest fee they charge is 1 coin. Yeah. So you know, I'm in a bunch of Cardano projects right now. So I bought my fair share of Cardano when it was under 50 cents. And then I said, all right, that's my position. I don't want to buy any more. And if it works, it works. You know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And so since then, I've sent it from Coinbase for free over to a friend, and my friend is investing in it all. We own in Cardano Spaces. We own Crypto Pets. If you want to get it early, like Axie Infinity is like the fastest growing company in the world, right? It went from like 0 to I don't even know what, $60 billion, $80 billion in 8 months. You know, the Cardano space for that is called Crypto Pets. So my friend who's here in town is one of the managing partners of Crypto Pets. So it's going to be the same as Axie Infinity. And you can go on Cardano. So Cardano has, you know, the OpenSea is the Ethereum network where you can buy NFTs. Cardano has their own, and I don't know what it's called, but you can Google that, and you can go on there and buy Crypto Pets right now. And I think they're like 10 Cardano, which would be like $20 today, right? Isn't that like $2 right now?
Right.
For $20, you can get a first generation crypto pet. So if that project gets off the ground like Axie Infinity did, because Cardano does have a huge following, gets off like Axie Infinity did, that $20 could be worth thousands, worth thousands. So I own half of 50 of them, and some of them are the very expensive ones. And that's what I did with all my Cardanos. I sent them to my buddy to buy. And we also own Crypto Spaces, which if they become one of the metaverses out there, which they're going to happen, the metaverses are going to happen, whether you like it or not, they're going to happen. All right, my kids already live in a metaverse. We will eventually live in a metaverse. Facebook's coming out with their own metaverse. It's going to happen. So stop denying it. All right, now that Ethereum has the assistance from Polygon, it can make up the shortcomings of the Ethereum network performance, which can further consolidate the position of Ethereum. In other words, Polkadot is a competitor of Ethereum, so Polygon is Polkadot's most powerful competitor. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. Anybody who's in Ethereum certainly wants Polygon to succeed, wants Polygon to take down the Ethereum network fees. You know, that's the only downside that I hear about Ethereum. That's the only thing, is the fees. But they're supposed to go down after 2.0. They're supposed to go down in December. There's the beacon chain, which is proof of work, and the 2.0, which is proof of stake, are supposed to merge. And then they run together, and hopefully the fees go down. But it's really when sharding comes out, and that's going to be next year, 2022. And what they're doing is they're taking the network and they're splitting into different shards. So now it'll be 10x. So now you'll have 10 times as many transaction power of the 2.0 network, and then it should cost you a penny to do a transaction on Ethereum. So then there's really not a use case for Matic at that point. But you know, will Ethereum get to this level before they lose all their market share to other companies? Now, remember, there's a lot of people that don't care about the fees. The people that are transacting in thousands of dollars don't care about a $6 fee. All right. So I still think right now they're at about 90% market share. If they go down to 60% market share, and the whole crypto market goes up 100x, which it's gonna, you know, that means that they're still going to be worth $100,000 a token. See this beach? I'm going to own this beach if they're $100,000 a token. So when they get there, I mean, I don't know when they're going to get there, 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, but certainly. You figure most people have Cash App. Say they just scan the barcode on the pad at the counter, cash out right there to your account maybe.
Well, you could.
Yeah, I could do Cash App, but that's not my problem. My problem is my point of sale system doesn't accept any payments outside of MasterCard, Visa, and cash. So I'd have to call my point of sale people, have them just put like another button in there that says like alternative payment. Because if I don't do that, I have no way to cash it out. Yeah. Right? Or I guess I could just hit cash and then reconcile my cash with my crypto, any payments. So yeah, I guess I could get around it. I'm making excuses.
On Cash App, you can pay in Bitcoin.
I thought Tom was the guy on the right of the Pump Your Coin channel logo, and I was going to mention that the cartoon guy doesn't look like him. So the guy on Pump Your Coin is this is the new one. Can we make it bigger?
No, that's the basic hits.
No, this is so Pump Your Coin started out a channel. My investment buddy for Cardano, he was working with a new guy in crypto, and he started Pump Your Coin. Since then, the new guy's gone away, and him and I did a few videos. So you'll see that we have about 4 or 5 videos on there together. And now our schedules aren't matching up, so we're trying to do individual videos on there. He went to the Cardano Summit out in Wyoming this weekend. Yeah, and he met up with Charles Hoskinson, you know, the billionaire Charles Hoskinson. So, you know, they had a lot of great announcements. I don't know who's going to win. But I have some Cardano. I have a bunch of Solana. I have a crap load of Ethereum, and I have a bunch of Bitcoin. And you know, that's where I'm going with. Okay, that's it. 1 hour and 13. Gotcha. So the point of sale that you have keeping track of sales, does that include your inventory too? Yes. I use a program called Consign Pro in my big store, and it's an inventory system, a barcode system. Everything's in inventory in my store. Some are generic. My lower price items, I just print off generic stickers and tag it. But anything that's more than $20, we do individually inventory it. We have a lot of stuff in this store. So, you know, you have to inventory the more expensive stuff because you never know what's going to happen to it. yeah, I like the system. It's about $1,000 for one copy of it. I think we have 6 or 7 copies running networked. It is a little bit more difficult. We do have a little more problems, but they're typically network problems, not software problems. Whenever when I do have a problem, but they do have the help center. I have to pay for that, something like a few $100 a year, and that way I can call them any day I want. They answer my phone, they sign on to my computer, and then they fix the problem. Fast Planet, I like your name. Opinion on using Target return trucks for bin store inventory. Yeah, if you can get high piece count. The problem is they just don't sell a high piece count. But, well, I mean, if you go on B Stock, you can see they're a seasonal pallets are high piece count. So, as long as I'm paying less than $1 an item, I like buying them. But you're going to get 150, 60, 40, 30, $20 items in there. A lot of $10 items, a ton of $5 items, and a bunch of $2 and $1 items. So as long as my average is $1, I don't mind putting them in my store. I used to put them in my stores all the time. I kind of slowed down. More people are on B Stock now, so the prices have gone up. So now it's more convenient for me to buy a whole truckload. And in that truckload, I'll get some of those high piece count, and I'll throw them in my bin store, and the bigger stuff goes in my liquidation store. So it's a little bit easier for me to do it that way. But certainly use Target. Don't only use Amazon. I recommend mixing all that stuff together. Buy some CVS, buy some health and beauty, buy the Target, buy the Amazon Smalls, buy Home Depot Turbo Smalls. Mix all that stuff together. That way you're spreading your wings. You're encompassing all your buyers. Everybody might find something there of value, and then it's going to want them to keep coming back. So, hell of a channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, BWall330. Yeah, anytime anybody has any questions, we're doing these 5 days a week. I am leaving town. I might be here next Friday, but I'm leaving town for the weekend next weekend. I have to go to a funeral up north, but thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for sharing. Liquidation Motivation, please. Only 53% of all viewers subscribe to my YouTube channel, Liquidation Motivation on YouTube. My store is Resale America in the Lakeland Square Mall. We're open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 on Sunday. Deal days, Winter Haven. Go down there and see the beautiful Bing. Port Richey and Jasmine Plaza. Go out there and see the beautiful Jen and her mom, Linda. Thank you for watching. Thanks for showing up. Now go out there and make some money.
We got commercial. Pick a commercial.
Oh, pick one?
Yeah, pick one. What's the one?
Are you okay? What is she doing?